Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Devil May Cry 3 Dante Must Die difficulty video walkthrough. This is mission 20, and this is the final boss fight with Virgil. And believe it or not, this is actually a pretty easy boss, but if you make mistakes against this guy on this difficulty, it's pretty much over, and that's what makes it hard. So, I make a lot of mistakes against this guy, especially in this fight. It's going to be far too close than it needs to be. And the reason that this is a challenging boss is towards the end, he starts getting really aggressive, and he starts going into Devil Trigger. He starts doing moves that are just ridiculously damaging and last a long time, and it gets to the point where if you make a single mistake, you can lose all your progress that you've got to that point. And it's not easy, but I'm using Quicksilver again so that when he uses Phantom Swords I can destroy them like I did in the second... Well, I didn't really do it much in the second fight, but in this fight it's really important because Virgil will stay in Devil Trigger too long on this fight. You need to get him out of it. So when you see him do an attack and miss, you want to go into Quicksilver and try and beat him up just to knock him out of Devil Trigger. Because take it from me, when I was trying to record this, and this fight took maybe an hour to record because we were going back and forth, and he was kicking my ass, I was kicking his ass. I kept getting him down to low life, and he kept hitting me with bullshit, and I kept getting caught. And if he Devil Triggers, there's times when he'll stay in it for minutes on end, and he'll get all his life back. He got maybe 2/3 of his life back once because I didn't knock him out of Devil Trigger. So your priority here is to kill the Phantom Swords and to try and get him out of Devil Trigger as quickly as possible because he's too dangerous in it. He does too much damage, and he gets too much life back. Like right there, I managed to parry his Stinger move because it was slowed down, and I beat him up to try and stop him from doing too much damage. But this attack here, when he comes down from the ground, if you time your jump, he'll miss you. What you need to be aware of is, every so often, when he lands, he'll follow it up with a Stinger. And sometimes it can be difficult to catch the timing of the Stinger, because all you need to do is as soon as you see him do the Stinger, is jump again, or do the double jump, and you'll evade it. But if you don't, goodness me, does it do some sick damage. You want to be real careful. But this move is just run around and jump like a maniac because it's random. And just close that distance, start those attacks, and get those jump cancels working. The jump cancel does ridiculous damage against him. I wouldn't recommend doing the biotic explosion. Listen to me, Mass Effect speaking it up. The Devil Trigger explosions, because you're going to need that Devil Trigger if he uses the Summon Swords. And trust me, he uses them a lot. So right now you're probably thinking this is going kind of smooth. Well, it's about to go really dire really fast, because that's what this fight does if you make mistakes. And I just want to finish, like right now, don't do this. I just wanted to kick him. If you get into a habit of trying to attack him as he's teleporting, he's just going to evade you, and it gets a bit silly. It turns into some Laurel and Hardy shit, so you want to be careful. And right now, I don't have enough Quicksilver to stop him, but luckily enough, he didn't use the swords. There's the Stinger I mentioned. He follows after the downward strike. Just keep jumping, keep evading. Like that move there, I think you can outrun it, but when you outrun it, he tends to do the Stinger more to try and catch you. So the jump seems to make it a little bit safer. And if you've got Royal Guard on, you can actually guard that move quite easily and build it up and then release it on him. And look at that, such a stupid mistake. It's never double jump, sorry. Double jumping is a mistake on my part. But we're getting him low now. I've got low life as well, which is kind of terrifying. And this is the bit where I get into another stupid Laurel and Hardy moment. It's like, why are you doing this, Chris? Stop trying to chase him. And that could have been real close. But luckily enough, we take him out. And there it is, folks. There is the final level done on the hardest difficulty. There is your achievement. There is your hard work. And as always, you take care now.